Yo, we about to go live, y'all. What up? What up? Let's see here. Oof. Big sandwich. It's ridiculous. Check one. Can y'all hear me? Yo, you too. Can y'all hear me? Check one. Right. Peace. Thank you. Thank you. Thank you. All right. So Jay and Digga's getting ready. We're gonna be on in a second, man. Y'all spread the word. I'm about to post a link. If anybody want to show their ugly face on cam, you're more than welcome. So I could join us live in the room. All right. Just give me one little second here. We're gonna get to it. Ooh. Oh, I see what I did. We about to go live in a sec, y'all. Just hang out, working out the technical difficultness. Tell a friend, tell a friend. Oh, I see what I did.
Yeah.
Yes, yes.
Yeah.
Yeah,
What
so the
happened when you went on?
YouTube's live.
Said,
They're looking at it. It's live.
oh yeah, there's a lot of people coming
Yeah.
on.
Yeah. So I'm gonna stop your broadcast until you're nice and camera ready. How about that?
All right, yeah, do that.
The topic is anything y'all want to discuss. K Sarah was good. All right. Anybody want to join the room, go to yanadameen.com/join. If y'all follow Jamar Digga, go on their grams. They'll post the link as well. I'm about to put the link in the room right now. Let's see here. Oh, that's not going to do it to us. Edit the page. View the page. Yanadameen.com. Join. If y'all want to join us in the room, click on that link. That'll take you live in the shindig. Y'all can ask questions or whatever. You know what I mean? Right. Get rid of that. Definitely need to chill on that. We don't need that. We need this. I want to join the room. Click that link. Okay. Shit. So, admin room. Yo, what up? All the shindiggers. Let me see here. New pod. Noel, what's cracking? Noel, you live in the Godcast, God. Hey, y'all see what he did with his 15 minutes of fame? Wow. Blew it. Let me see who else is in the room. We're looking at King Rock. King Rock, Cam's not allowed. Who's this? Kentrell Williams. Kentrell Williams about to bring you up on the stage. Hope you're ready. Let's see here. New pod. Kentrell is connecting. Kadeem. What up, Kadeem? Yes, buddy. Kentrell Williams, you're connecting, man. I don't know if you're ready, if you're live, if you're ready for this. I don't know if you're built for this. Kentrell Williams, Cam, going in 3, 2. I know Kadeem's on point. Watch Kadeem. Let Kadeem show y'all how to shindig. Hold up, man. Hold up, God. Hold up. Kadeem.
Peace.
Kadeem, peace. Peace, God. What's the size, God? Yeah, it's been a minute, son.
Hey, glad to see y'all back on, baby. I've been missing y'all.
Back on. Thanks. You can't keep the black man down no matter how you try.
Oh, no doubt, baby. We the great civilizers and survivors, baby. You already know that.
Man, say it like you mean it. Hey, thank you for shindigging properly. Show these people how to shindig, man.
Oh, come on, baby. You know I've been rolling with the guards and shit from day one. B, I ain't going nowhere.
All right. Word up,
me and my man, y'all got me and my mans, trying to start our own little joint around the way where we at now and shit. We gonna try, set it up the same way and shit, drop jewels on cast and just kind of bring the real. I'm just like, all right, man. Y'all got a nice little thing going, man, because y'all drop the jewels on everybody. You know what I'm saying? No matter who I run across, that's all they talking about. You know what I mean? The guys out here dropping jewels on them. So,
Right on.
Baby.
Man, as long as you're bringing that knowledge, hey, the Equals Fair could use it, bro. You know what I'm saying?
No doubt, son.
You know that.
We the only ones that can get out here and say the babies, man. You already know the guards. We travel in the trenches, kid. You know what I mean?
Absolutely. Yeah.
No doubt. So shit, what's going on for the year though, baby?
Man, I don't even know the 5% lingo, but whatever y'all equate to. I know y'all been saying stuff like elevating and power building. I'm with all that. All that. You know what I'm saying? I'm with all that.
True indeed, baby.
You know what I'm saying? I'm going to learn the math, but hey, I'll put it like this. We better get it together. You know what I'm saying?
Oh, no doubt, kid. It's at that time, kid, to where I'm saying we at a point to where everybody got to play their part. I mean, like I was telling my man the other day, I'm like, yo, we out here, kid, and niggas is talking this old one thing and another thing. I'm like, look, son, there's 1,000 wars out here, man. There's a war against the black man all day long, but there's 1,000 different fights that's going on. So everybody got to pick their own fight. I mean, there's certain fights. I mean, like my man, I'm a Philly dude, born and raised, but I'm saying I'm in Minnesota right now. That's where I'm living at. I mean, but my man and them was just on some more, you still watching football and shit like that? I'm like, yeah, because I'm saying, honestly, that ain't a fight that I can fight. You know what I'm saying? I said, what? I'm still out here talking to these dudes in the block. You know what I'm saying? I'm still out here at every little representation where they got like little young boys coming through with the Fathers Project and all that. Yeah, I'm coming through. I'm guest speaking. I'm trying to hold shit. That's the fight that I can fight right there. You know what I'm saying?
Absolutely.
So it is what it is, though. You know what I'm saying? So, I mean, like I said, man, I can't wait to get my podcast going because I got a lot of shit to say to these motherfuckers out here.
Man, let us know, man. Once you do it, let us make sure we put the proper spotlight on it. You know what I'm saying?
Oh, no doubt. You already know, man. I mean, I got to give y'all respect, dude. Y'all the fathers of what I'm about to get all this shit. You know what I'm saying? So I got to give my homage, baby. You know what I'm saying?
Right on. Thanks a lot, man. Thanks a lot. All right, man. So I'm going to continue to the roll call, see who else is in the room. All right? Thanks for showing up, man.
Thing, baby. I'm still here, son.
Right on, man.
No doubt.
Peace. All right, Hente Neferu. What's up? Yeah, I see you smiling. Let's see. You ready for prime time? Let's see what's going on. New pod. See. 3, 2, 1. I hope you're right. I hope you're right. There she go. Welcome.
Nancy, can you hear me?
I can hear you. We all can hear you. Watch your mouth.
Prayer time.
Hope you're right.
I am. I'm as right as I'm gonna be. I'm as right as I'm gonna be. Can you hear me?
Okay. I can hear you. There's a bit of a delay because you got your volume up loud. But welcome to the Godcast.
I'm as right as I'm gonna be. Oh, okay. I see it now.
Yeah. There's a bit of a delay. You see yourself?
Yeah.
Ain't you cute? Yeah. Ain't you cute?
Do I look cute?
Of course you look cute. Man.
Well, thank you.
Yeah, real
time. Yeah.
There it is. What state you in? Oh, yeah. Oh, hey, we got to charge you for that. We ain't tell you to do no commercial. Sure. She come right to the merch.
Ohio.
She went right to the merch. Oh, man.
I'm in Dayton, Ohio.
Where you at?
I'm in Dayton, Ohio.
Dayton, Ohio. Okay.
Yes, sir.
Cool.
So where's everybody else at? Where's the Lord at? Where's Rod Digga at?
The Lord he in the room. He just making sure, you know what I mean? Sideburns is popping probably. You know what I mean?
Oh, okay.
You know God got a rap. You know what I'm saying?
Where's Rod Digga? That's cool. So when is everything going to start rolling?
As soon as they get their star studded stuff out the dressing rooms, you know.
Okay, well, I'm in here for the long haul. I love this Godcast. Yeah. I'm sticking right here.
Thank you very much. Make sure you get some topics, all right? Make sure you present some topics.
Absolutely.
All right, so back to my roll call. Thank you. Welcome.
You too, man.
Thank you very much. I appreciate it.
I love this Godcast. I'm sticking right
here. All right. Chef Disaster. Oh, man. Chef Disaster, welcome to the Godcast. I don't know if I'd be eating food from a chef to call itself Disaster, but let me see if you're ready to go live. Well, let's see here. Oh, okay. Socially balanced TV. All right. So you're not ready for the live yet, but so you got to pick up. All right. Who else in the room? Talk to me. Who this? Knowledge Cypher. What's good? K. Sarah I know you better be live, God. Let me put the spotlight on the God. Hold up right quick. You pod. All right. K. Sarah.
I'm here for the truth.
All right.
I'm here to give it, and I'm here to receive it.
Okay, so Rob. All right. There you go. Peace, God.
And look, I said I'm here for the truth. I'm here to give it and receive it. Take it how you want.
There it is.
I'm here to give it, and I'm here to receive it.
Okay, so what kind of tech are you wearing right now, bro?
And look, I said I'm here for the truth. I'm here to give it and receive it. Take it how you want.
There it is.
I'm here to give it. It's a delay.
There's definitely a delay. You might want to turn down the volume of one of your devices. Whatever you're monitoring from on the computer live, that's the one you want to focus on.
All right, let me take I got you in the speaker. Let me take that out. It's a delay. All right, so I just.
You might want to turn down the volume. It's good. Welcome to the Godcast. Who else? Personality. Somebody got.
Let me take I got you in the speaker.
Not a type. Welcome to the Godcast. You might want to turn down the volume. It's good. Welcome to the Godcast. Who else? Personality. Somebody got.
Let me take I got you in the speaker.
Yeah. All right, K. Sarah, when you work at that audio, I'll bring you back, man. Little feedback's a little tedious. Looks like I see the brother Lord Jay in the house. Okay. Be ready. Yes, sir. YouTube, what up? We didn't forget about y'all. What's good? YouTube, what's good? Well, yo, we trying to see y'all, man. Y'all talking a lot of smack. Join us in the link that we posting right now. You join us in the Shindig room so y'all can comment. Y'all can be brought up on cam. You know what I mean? Y'all can come from anonymity. Talking all that smack y'all be talking. Trying to see the faces. Well, oh, somebody is joining the room. Mm-hmm. And welcome, brother.
Okay.
Yes, brother.
Okay.
Yes,
What the
brother.
science is?
Man.
What the science is? Hang on.
Somebody's fresh. Oh, whoa.
That don't say Syracuse. That say Sarah Cooks.
Sarah Cooks. Is that
Bread.
so?
Oh, yeah. Sarah Cooks. That's that yellow guard right there.
Ooh. Wow.
Bread. You know what bread stand for? You know what bread stand for?
Enlighten, please.
It's meaning be remembered even after death. Woo! We all want that bread, baby. We all want that bread, right?
Shoot.
Well, we get ready to build. We get ready to build with the people, okay? Because some people want the bread so greedily that they don't see the big picture, okay? Which is why we doing this emergency remote shindig right now. Yes. But Happy New Year, everybody. We waiting on Digga to join the room. I see y'all in the house. I see YouTube. It's actually YouTube is popping right now. It's worked much better on here than it does when we be at that other place. So yeah, shout out to all my people on YouTube right now. You need to probably get 2 windows and just check those comments too. That's kind of what I'm doing as well. Rolling up an L, people. I'm drinking coffee right now. We about to get it in. We're gonna talk about whatever you'd like to talk about. But first, I got some things to get off my chest.
Can y'all see me? Can y'all see me? Let's see here.
Nah, man.
Yes, I see Digga's entered the room. Let me make sure she's camera ready before I just throw her on stage. All right. She said, yep, okay. Without any further ado, ladies and gentlemen, the whole Godcast world presenting to you your Digga, Ron.
Happy New Year!
Oh, yeah. Happy New Year!
Hey! Look at the queen. You over there rolling the L?
Come on. We really at home right now. We really at home. Happy New Year. Let's put one in the air for the people. You know, I got my little bit of weed, you know, just in case.
Damn!
Just in case this goes long, you know, I just got a little something to smoke on, you know, while we chill or whatever. But yeah. So Happy New Year, y'all.
Well, damn, I hope I got everything in arm's reach, because from the waist up, I'm looking like a fox, Jana. The bottom half is slippers and champion sweatpants.
That's hilarious. You know, that's how the newscasters and shit used to do it back in the day. They throw a motherfucking a suit jacket on the top and have motherfucking sweatpants on under the damn the desk and shit.
How's everybody doing?
I really do not care. I do not care. This was a gift from my daughter. Actually, my daughter at midnight will be her birthday. So let me just give a pre-happy birthday shout out to my daughter Nia, who will be turning 20 on 111, y'all. Now, anybody that knows the science of spiritual numbers will be like, wow, 111 is kind of deep. Yeah, I know, but I'm a spiritual person. My son was also born on the 7th, which is the God day. These are not accidents, people. Yeah. These are
and
not
I was born to born.
Okay, all being born to born. And I'm born on the knowledge God day because that's what I do. I have the knowledge of God and I use it to build and destroy. So that being said, we've been on hiatus, for like 2 weeks?
Yeah. Actually closer to 3. Well, the show broadcasting, yeah. We weren't physically filming during the week of Christmas, but the good folks at home got to still see us.
Thanks to my man Rage. First of all, shout out to my man Rage, who put together the excellent recap show. Everybody at home, clap it up for my nigga Rage.
I'm humble. Thank you very much. I'm humble. Thank you.
That was a great job. Yeah, I enjoyed it thoroughly.
Appreciate it.
I laughed. I felt the energy of the year, and I think we did a lot of good things. We just surpassed 60,000 subscribers just before that New Year's rang in. You know what I mean? So 60,000 in 1 year ain't nothing to sneeze at. I want to shout out all our supporters, all the to the show to keep this thing going. Shit, my number one, I'm gonna keep it real. My number one supporter is my man Chinese Puff Daddy, who's gonna be here next week, actually, here in New York. And he'll be on the show. You know, I'm gonna keep it real with y'all. That man hit a nigga off with like $5,000 to help start this whole shit off. So I'm gonna keep it a buck with y'all right now. Okay? So for me to get cameras and lights and all this type of shit. And this is a man, I ain't even grow up with this man like that. All right. Now my second biggest donor would have to be the one and only Gypsy Posh by Tosh, Freddie Sharkey. Okay. Yo, this sister, she just steadily puts her money where her mouth is, and she supports, you know, damn near on a weekly basis to the show, and we love her, and we have to shout her out. We have plenty of other people that support. Those are people that really, though, went beyond the call of duty, and I really just want to acknowledge them by name. But I acknowledge anybody. I don't care if you gave $1. Thank you, and we're going to keep this thing going.
5,000, 5,000, 6,000, 6,000, 6,000, 6,500, 6,500, 6,500.
Like, this shit takes money to do. So before we get into all the topics, like, I'm just going to be as transparent as I feel is appropriate at this time. You know, until further notice, we are not going to be filming at the studio we were filming previously. You know, the people over there, I know you used to see a logo when the show first started, Hall Mills Network. You know, shout out to most people that work there, but there's just one guy there. There's always one that, you know, when something brilliant is happening or somebody's trying to do something positive for the people or what, there's always that one guy that just gotta put some negativity in the mix.
The devil always hard at work.
Devil is always hard at work. There'll always be those that try to put stumbling blocks in your path. Now, if you allow these people to make you fall, or if you do fall and you don't dust yourself and get up, that's on you. You know what I mean? But I'm the type that I just hop over stumbling blocks put before me. I don't allow them to trip me up and all that type of shit. I'm a very agile motherfucker. So that being said, you know, y'all need to hit up a guy named Cornelius Grim Whitaker and let him know that he fucked up by basically trying to be greedy. Yeah, let him know that the Godcast was the best thing that his fucking network ever saw and probably ever will see. And, you know, whatever the case may be, we're not fucking with Hall Mills Network anymore. And we're going to be moving on to some next shindigs, no pun intended. But, yeah, that's what it is, man. You know what I mean? Dudes want to act funny, or, you know what I mean? We out here trying to do this for the people. We are funded by the people. A lot of this is coming out straight out of my pocket and all of that. And you got people that feel like maybe there's being some money made that's being hidden and all this type of shit. Like, trust me, every dollar is going in. Shout out to my man Harold. Shout out to Alex, Cameron, all the people that really did work on the show. You know, we're going to miss y'all, but you riding with them, you can't ride with us. So that being said, I'm not even going to dwell on it anymore. Just know that we're going to be up in the next spot very soon. But right now, we in between. You know what I mean? We in between homes, I guess. But with beautiful technology that we have these days, we could still be all together in the motherfucking Godcast as we are right now. Shout out to all my YouTube people. Shout out to everybody in the shindig right now. And I could smoke L's and shit. Drink my coffee. So that being said, let's talk, y'all. What's good? Like a super way.
I'm sharing the links now to log on.
Cool. I could do a quick roll call. Who's in the house? We got Convertible T, Knowledge Cypher, Asmar J. Williams, Money Beats, Mercury the Personality, Rod Digga, Carrie Matern.
Oh, wait a minute. Mercury. What up, Mercury?
Uh-huh.
You might have to bring up Mercury a little later.
Might have to bring up Mercury. Kadeem, man, Minister K. Sarah, and the illustrious Henty Hettai and Nefen, and Kentrell Williams. We met Miss Hentai while you were Miss Hetty, while you were getting prepared. She came up and she said,
"Yeah, I saw you flirting with her behind Rod Digger's back."
Here we go.
And,
you cheating on me, right?
He was telling her she was cute and ain't you cute? And I said, "Ooh, I'm telling."
I was hosting.
Oh, you were hosting. Okay.
There's a difference.
Don't be cheating on my girl now. Don't cheat on my girl.
It's not possible. Have you
nice
seen
to know where your loyalties lie, Jamar. Good looking.
Okay, that's right. I'm gonna let a woman know. Okay, I don't play that shit. That's my homegirl right there. That's like my sister. You ain't gonna just do this. You know what I mean? You ain't gonna treat my family members like no regular schmegler. You know what I mean? You don't play that shit.
I feel you, God.
But anyway, what's up, man?
We got quite a bit of stuff to discuss.
Let's get it in. Like, I'm sure everybody wants to know, what's going on? What does the Godcast think about Aura Kelly? Now, you know, you got to say Aura because black people say Aura. Like, we don't just say R. Kelly. We would say Aura, just like we say liked it and shit like that. That's Aura Kelly. So, yeah, what's up with all this Aura Kelly shit going on?
I think Digga should start there. I know Digga's just.
Oh, that's what I was. That's what I'm talking to.
Yes.
What's up with all this R. Kelly shit going on, Digga?
Well,
and I'm gonna say all of our lighting looks very nice. We all
thank
like
you. Illustrious tonight. Oh man.
Thank you. I've got my nice vanity bulb set up on either side here. Oh yeah, no, we doing it. See, I've got a set line going on. We've got plaques in the background.
I see you. I got me a
360 is out of the question, right, Digga? 360s, that's not the question. A 360 is out the question.
He wants you to stand up and do a 360.
No, I can't with the champion sweatpants on, man.
You can do it. You want to pick.
So, what do I think about R. Kelly?
You want the thickums. That's what. What's up with R. Kelly? What's up with all this R. Kelly stuff, Digga?
I would say I did watch the series. I watched all 6 episodes. I think we all knew he was a piece of shit from early on. I think we're all guilty of kind of ignoring the signs. All the way up until I would say episode 5, where it started getting into like the present day victims, is where I started scratching my head, because I just feel like there was enough, a plethora of red flags and information and just warning signs alone. So I feel for the women that were of age entering a consensual relationship with R. Kelly, you know, I hate to say that people ask for abuse, but it just seems like they walked into that situation with, you know, with full knowledge of what he was about. So, and even a lot of these parents that were speaking, I feel like, you know, you knew, even if, you know, if you're, I don't ever want to blame the children. Like, I never want to victim shame any child. And even, you know, even though 18-year-old is a legal age, you know, we know there are 19-year-olds and 20-year-olds that still don't have the wherewithal to function as a normal, capable adult. Having said that, the older women and even the more so the parents, I just felt like you guys should have definitely been a little more on point as far as what you were dealing with. You were signing up to, you know, try to pursue some musical endeavors and things of that nature, and then things went left. Like, I don't understand how it went from 0 to 100, but it just seems like everybody was rolling. So I you know, once it got to like episode 5 and 6, I had to really start sitting back and just saying to myself, like, I don't know if everybody's a total victim here. Like, some of this stuff seems like it could have been avoided. And that is not to take away, you know, the fact that R. Kelly is a predator and should be held totally accountable. But at the same token, I think a lot of the victims, especially the more recent ones, should take some accountability as well.
Well, here's the thing. I think this thing is like an onion with many different layers to it, you know?
So many layers.
So many layers. Because, like, you know, first of all, we've known that R. Kelly was a piece of shit for a very long time. You know what I mean? As far as his proclivity for underage girls. This was something that was kind of almost, this was known even in the industry before it was even kind of popular, okay?
Right.
Now, one of my questions is, since we have known all of this for all of this long, Why now? Why now are we pulling R. Kelly out when we got all these other fucking white pedophiles and Me Too masters and molesters and shit like that out here who have closet and shit like that? Like, why are we pulling out another black man to focus on? Also, you know, I agree with you. Like, these women, well, especially these girls, especially these underage girls, are definitely victims. But if you listen to what R. Kelly says, so was he. He was a victim of molestation. So part of my question is, when does a victim stop being a victim? Okay? Because, yeah, a lot of victims might turn to victimizers, but is that a symptom of them being a victim? You see what I'm saying? Like, when do we start? When does a victim take accountability for themselves? You see what I'm saying?
I think the problem, because, you know, I am seeing that discussion a lot. Like, are we taking it into consideration that R. Kelly was victimized as well? I think the problem that people are having with viewing R. Kelly as a victim is because of the lengths that he went through to conceal it. Like, I'll give you an example. Like, for instance, when we watched the Michael Jackson interview and he was being asked repeatedly, you know, do you think it's appropriate for a man your age to be in bed with young children? And he really innocently stared at the camera and said, yes. Like, he was asked that question 2 or 3 different times in like multiple forms, and his answer was still yes. Like, in his heart, he really didn't see a problem with that. Now, take someone like R. Kelly. Like, not only does he realize that, yes, I'm doing something wrong, he has a whole staff of people going out of their way to forge documents, cover up things, book flights. It's like, you know, you're being a piece of shit and you're going to the extremes to cover it up. So it's like, okay, you are fully aware that you're doing something crazy. It's not an innocent thing like you've just been traumatized your whole life, so you don't really see anything wrong with this behavior. Nigga, you know you fucking up right now. That's why I think people are having a hard time calling him a victim.
Well, he did try to say he don't see nothing wrong with a little bump and grind.
Yeah.
I'm just saying. He said he didn't see nothing wrong, just like Michael Jackson didn't see nothing wrong with sleeping little boys. But we all see something wrong with both of those scenarios.
Exactly.
With a grown man sleeping in the bed with little kids that ain't his, and I see something wrong with bumping and grinding with little 14 and 17-year-olds. Yeah, I see something wrong with all of that shit.
We definitely saw something wrong, but I'm asking you to compare, you know, Michael Jackson's mind state, whereas like he really wholeheartedly didn't feel like he was doing anything wrong, whereas R. Kelly not only knows he's doing something wrong, he's spending absurd amounts of money and going through great lengths to cover it up. That's why I'm saying it's hard. You know, I guess it was easier to empathize with Michael's situation than it is with R. Kelly's situation.
Now, I don't want anybody to empathize with R. Kelly, first of all. I'm just saying that in this climate that we live in.
Well, no, I do empathize.
Hypocritical motherfuckers. For me, I believe that at times victims do have culpability in their victimization, depending on the circumstances. And you can't always blanketly say a victim has no culpability in some shit that happens. You understand? But that's the way to, don't victim shit. Well, if that's your reasoning, if that's your true way of thinking, then I guess you can't blame R. Kelly, can you?
I have a pressing question. Okay. Can we take a forensics approach to this? One of the problems I have.
Yes,
that was a plug.
Let's create a good plug. Show coming soon. Anyway, go ahead.
Okay. My problem is I don't like being goaded along through production and being told when to be incensed and not to be incensed. We've been off R. Kelly a long time ago. I didn't need a documentary.
On it, dog.
You see what I'm saying? But
that's what I'm saying about why now? Why now?
Why not? I have a problem with that. So when somebody's like, hey, be mad now, I'm like, wait, no, why be mad now? Wait, pause. Now, I need to take, again, a forensics approach in this. Let's find out exactly where to put the blame and how much blame to put on what. For instance, what do we constitute as the legal age of consenting adults? Are we going by American standards? Are we going by biblical standards? African standards? Eastern standards? See, that's a controversial. It's a controversy. Now, once you pick the standard you're going on, then you have to start applying the social legal part. And, is the village going to attack his ass, or is the legal system what's going to do what? You know what I'm saying? So my concern is, like, where do we start with that? That's the first thing that really gets at me. And the second thing is, unfortunately, man, anytime somebody brings truth to me, like in a box with a ribbon, I have a problem. There's so much complicity in this shit because I've seen this type of stuff before. And it exposes the ugly in society. I've seen women present their children into a situation that was exploitive, knowing exactly what environment they were bringing them in.
Exactly.
Come on, man. I've seen it. I know people.
Listen, there's women that have sold their children for crack, for heroin. You think that there's not women out here that would sell their children for a record deal, for a Mercedes Benz, a diamond ring? Like you think that they wouldn't do that because they don't look like crackheads or some shit like that? I'm telling you that we live in such a piss poor moral society that absolutely they would do some shit like that.
But even on a hardship level, Jay, it doesn't have to necessarily be sales. Sometimes a mother might just say, listen, either you're going to struggle like me, your grandma did, auntie did down the road, and your cousin have a shit life, or you're going to woman up, you know what I'm saying? Go deal with the situation and potentially have a better. Hey, I don't know. Life is not black and white, man. It's not black and white. So, yeah, I'm still like crucify R. Kelly, but it's still at the same time, I feel like there's a wider expose at place. You know
it's like I know certain grown ass women that can't withstand a real nigga's game. You understand what I'm saying? So for like a grown man to use his game on a little child, that's what's truly exploitive to me, because this is the reason why children can't enter into like contracts and vote and shit like that, because someone with more experience can definitely manipulate the situation. And just think about how manipulative he could have been with these young girls. Like, first of all,
and I do want to give, some of these parents the benefit of the doubt. I mean, I know when I was a young girl, I was determined to get a record deal at any cost. My parents, they didn't have any clue of what was going on in the music world. They were emphatic about me finishing college. So while they were paying for college, I was running back and forth to folks' basement trying to, record demos and things like that. So I don't want to just, and I at first I was very, harsh, opinionated about the parents, because I do feel at some point, once the name R. Kelly was even mentioned, that should have sent off all types of bells and whistles. But you know, in their defense, I will say that, you know, you do have kids, you know, as a youngin', you know how to pull a wall, you know how to go behind your parents' back and pull a wall over their eyes. So I can't say that every parent just sold their kid off to R. Kelly, but I definitely feel like I don't know how they could sit back and you know, I don't want to say like let it happen, but at some point somebody should have been getting fucked up. Like there's no way.
Let me ask you something, Digga, as a sister and all that in the music industry. How old were you when you were rhyming and you started to wanted to pursue this really as a you know, as a career? How old were you?
Wow. Okay. I've been telling myself since the age of 12 I was gonna put a record out, but when I started actively like hitting the street, I'm gonna say 15. I was going to the new music seminar in New York.
So you're 15 now. You're 15. You're a cute little slimmy. Was niggas trying to fuck? Was niggas trying to fuck?
No booty. I was a string baby.
I don't care if you don't have no booty. Was niggas trying to fuck? Like, let's keep it real. And niggas that was older than 16. Was niggas that was older than 16 trying to, did you ever have to be like, yo, you know, I don't really like you like that, but niggas.
Well, like how many times a day? How many times a day?
Was that going on? You in basements around niggas and shit like that, smoking blunts, drinking 40s? Is niggas trying to fuck?
Honestly, they weren't. They weren't. I think the way I think the energy I gave off.
I believe that. I believe that. Yes.
Let niggas know that, like, no, I'm real serious about this rhyme shit. But outside of that, there were definitely some creeps. Like I remember being 16, and you know, I met a guy. He was short. I didn't realize how much older he was, and he ended up being like 20. He ended up being 24 years old. He was 24 years old. And yeah, he thought he was going to get him some. And
almost a whole pen older
like,
than you.
No, bro, I'm a virgin. It ain't happening. I ain't never hear from dude again. But yeah, there was some lurkers.
Where they at now, Digga? You know where they stay?
I don't know. Probably somewhere watching one of my videos. Like, damn, I played myself. I should have
had that
a little bit longer.
I could have had that. Oh man. But yeah, like
I think I was scaring folks away because I was like real like adamant about being like a virgin forever.
You know that there's a saying in Jamaica, "Duppy no hoof and frightened." You know,
a true that.
You know what I'm saying?
I don't know what that means. Could you please translate in American English, please? Please translate in Jamaican.
In Queen's English, what it means is ghosts know who to scare. If a person doesn't believe in ghosts and you try to scare them, they go boo, they're gonna be like, it's not gonna mean anything. So in other words, it takes two to tango.
Right on.
I feel like we're breaking up a little bit.
Yeah, I think it's past. It's gone.
Okay.
Well, I've been speaking while we're here, Jamar, because I've actually been speaking to a few different women about this topic, and you know, there are some girls that feel like, you know, they were fast, they were promiscuous at that time, and they say, hey, you know, we played ourselves for way less. So, you know, the opportunity to work with a R. Kelly and, you know, possibly rise to stardom, you know, it seems like a easy pitch to some girls. So, like, there was, like, me personally, I couldn't see how they were getting themselves in that situation, but I think it's because of the mindset that I have. But speaking with different females that have different circumstances, you know, maybe there was an absentee father, maybe there was that, I guess that sense of having to really take care of themselves, like not having those parental figures actively involved in their lives like that, and really just kind of turning outside of the home for role models and guidance and support. So, you know, it was explained to me that it is very easy to find, easier than you think to find yourself in a situation like that.
Now I heard, hang on, I heard that this man had a birthday party just last night.
Oh, just yeah, he was turned up.
And they said Bros was talking about,
yes,
take me, like lock me up, like
hey,
like, what kind of world do we live in, y'all? Like, what's going on? What's going on?
I'm not surprised. It is what it is.
Let me ask the room this question. Do you think that because most of these victims are Black women and Black girls is largely the reason why this has gone on, you know, for so long?
Absolutely.
Okay.
Do you think for one moment, if on that tape we would have saw R. Kelly pissing on the face of a blonde hair, blue-eyed little,
if there were any Beckys in the house, the whole house would be brought down.
Probably been in the electric chair. Like, he would have got the death penalty for some shit like that. They not gonna let no shit like that happen. R. Kelly, pissing on a white girl's face, or it would have been swift justice. It would have been swift justice. So absolutely, the fact that, you know, all Black people's lives, you know, and I guess this is why they say, you know, whatever, that Black Lives Matter, but, you know, Black lives to these white people are not as valuable or important as white people's lives. So, you know, who cares if this guy is, you know, got a sex cult full of young, impressionable Black women? Just don't do it with no young, impressionable white.
So let me say this. I was going to ask Digga in terms of the father scenario you referenced. Well, how does a male victim weigh under those circumstances? Number one, and number two, you can't intelligently talk about, you know, the R. Kelly victimization culture without examining church culture, because a lot of abuse is going on in the church. You see what I'm saying?
Absolutely.
And I always tell dudes, honestly speaking, from my experience, when a dude tell me, oh, his wife is taking up church and she's going to church, I'm like, dude, your marriage is over. It's done. You got problems, man.
Because so let's talk about that. Y'all want to be all mad at R. Kelly, but yet you running up, a lot of y'all running up in the Catholic Church. And that is not just the Catholic Church. We know this. Like, a lot of
Bishop Goodwood, they getting it into
going on, where a lot of these little young homosexual boys are being bred because they're being molested by these so-called priests and pastors who took a vow of celibacy, yet they're dealing with these little boys. What's up with that?
This is one of those instances where, you know, I don't even want to put a color on it, because I've seen a lot of people say, you know, you know, why y'all doing this to R. Kelly because he Black? What about the white? Like, this is really one of those instances where line all them motherfuckers up. The white ones, the Black ones, the green ones, the brown ones, R. Kelly, Bill Cosby. Hey, matter of fact, there's somebody that
I'm sorry, that's Mercury. That's Mercury. I'm sorry.
You just
I was trying to bring up on. Yeah, because she went away in. You told me to bring up. I wasn't gonna have a talk yet, but I don't think Cam's ready. Okay.
Well, I say line them all up.
I stopped it.
Okay. Go ahead, Digga.
No, I was saying line them all up. But no, I was actually getting ready to go into another one of our topics, but I want to make sure that we're all here before I bring up this next story that that actually came across my radar in the midst of, you know, all of these R. Kelly discussions.
Okay, we here.
Okay. So there is a guy by the name of Ed Buck, who is, to my understanding, he's a very rich and powerful white man who, I don't know if he's actually in politics. I believe he's titled
Look
as
him up, Rage. Look him up, fact checker. Who's Ed Buck?
He's known as a political donor. I guess he contributes heavy to the Democratic Party. So it has come to my attention that he is being referenced as the new Jeffrey Dahmer right now. This man has been
Jeffrey Dahmer. He's eating motherfuckers. Didn't Jeffrey Dahmer eat people?
Aside from eating them, short of eating them, he's he's luring young gay black men back to his home. Most of them are addicted to crystal meth. And basically, he's getting them back to his home, and he's performing torturous experiments on them. And there was actually two that are known men found dead in his apartment. The second one was just found in his apartment maybe a week ago or sometime this past week, and there are no charges being brought against him.
What kind of motherfucking experiments is he doing? Number one. What?
He's wait, are we losing everybody? Am I still there?
Yeah, you're here on my screen, but
okay.
Big Sandwich is not on here.
Okay.
I'm gonna stop his broadcast. See if he could come back in or something. Let me see if I can get him. Something's up with his shit. Yo, Ray. Says he's connecting. Rage, get your shit together, man. Hang on, we still on YouTube. Yeah, we still going. Because I can see y'all. Y'all don't yes, they said y'all don't need Rage.
Yeah, I think I'm still here. Well, just to continue my story.
Continue the story. I just had to. You're gonna stop Rage. Rage, and get your shit together, come back in. Put yourself back in. All right, go ahead.
So there was a gentleman found dead in his home in July of 2017 by the name of Jamar Moore. And most recently,
and nothing happened back then.
Nothing happened back then because what's happening is the deaths are being ruled as accidental overdoses. But there are people, I guess, who have been with him and made it out, same as with Gacy and with Dahmer, like, yo, he's doing this, he's doing that, he's getting physical, he's getting aggressive, he injected me with some shit. Like, these are reports that are being told by the people who are coming out, and no charges have been pressed. And the second gentleman, I'm looking here, his name is Dean. His name is Timothy Dean. And oh wow, and he was actually age 55. Okay, so 55-year-old Timothy Dean. But his MO is mostly younger men, but the gentleman that was found this week is Timothy Dean, age 55. And these are black gay men who are turning up dead in Ed Buck's apartment, like in his crib, not on the corner, not down the street, like in the crib. So I guess the first one, okay, considered overdose, maybe. The second one is like, come on, what's the chances of two people ODing in your crib? And then between those two instances, you have various people reporting his activities, and he's lurking at gay bars, and he's scoping folks out and reeling them in and doing things to them. So that is something that's happening right now, and
you feel because he's like a big donor in the Democratic Party, that somehow he's not being brought to justice because of his political affiliations. Is that what we're trying to insinuate here?
I'm insinuating because his victims are gay black men who are considered to be drug addicts. His activities are getting swept under the rug, just like R. Kelly's activities. That's my correlation.
Can I touch on that? Can y'all hear me?
Yes.
I'm back. Check.
Go ahead. Yeah, touch on
it. Pause. Oh God, I don't even know it. Look, yeah, that's an actual fact, Digga. That's not a speculative analysis at all. That is actual fact. There's history to it, and I am personally attached to a story that's about to come out in 2019, kind of documenting that. I'm actually working to document it now. Again, the humanity, the sexuality.
Shit freezing up again. Documented what? Documented what?
Oh yeah. Okay. I'm
documenting, and then the shit froze. Your shit froze. So I didn't hear what you said.
Sorry. I'm documenting some sexual rings involving athletes, and some preachers and coaches and it's far-reaching, put it like that, and it definitely touches on what Digga mentioned, particularly what she was saying in terms of when the people are black, it's not necessarily investigated thoroughly, or it's quicker swept under the rug. That's no longer open for.
Oh, I think he was telling me something about that.
Yes, it's
right,
messy.
I remember. Yeah,
okay. It's messy.
Okay.
Look for that.
Yeah. Hopefully, homeboy's brought to justice. I mean, what the fuck? That's crazy. How the fuck you out here? And how he's doing torturous experiments? What happened? They found you know what I mean?
Well, because there are a few different victims that said that he's injecting them with stuff, and I guess they're making their way out. But mind you, we have two victims that died from from the same mysterious cause. I'm assuming maybe they're probably getting high consensually with him, possibly, but for the extent that the stories that are coming out, it's like he's getting them high, and then he's doing stuff to them.
Okay.
Yeah, that's a day at the office. Yeah.
So, I mean, it's very, I don't want to say it's early in development, because apparently it's been going on for about a year, but it's starting to become more and more publicized. And it would just be crazy if 2 years from now, we do hear some crazy shit like, oh, he was eating these motherfuckers, how many victims we don't know died in the crib. It's I'm pretty sure when the Jeffrey Dahmer thing was happening, it's oh wow, he having all these men in and out the house, and it didn't seem like anything astronomical. It just seemed okay, he's into something weird. He's got guys in and out the crib. But then you find out years later, damn, he was eating all these motherfuckers the whole time. It's who's to say that we're not going to find this out about this guy down the line? Right now, we know that folks are ending up dead, and nothing's happening to this man. He's not even being brought in for questioning.
let me ask you this, generally speaking, Digga. Is anything going to surprise you in 2019?
Nothing surprises me. I remember when I thought Sarah Palin being the vice president was like the worst shit ever that could happen in America. Nothing surprises me now.
Remember that shit? Remember that shit? And they outrun us with making a nigga Trump the actual president. Not vice president. He's the actual president.
Remember when you was like, oh my God, how fucked up would this country be? She's so stupid. If she becomes our vice president, oh my God.
Remember when we thought Baby Bush was the worst that it could be? That little George Bush, George W., was the dumbest president in history.
Oh my God.
That
right.
Jay, I got to take a quick what you just said. Listen, I recommend everybody go see this movie called Vice, starring Christian Bale, formerly Batman. He's playing Dick Cheney in this movie called Vice. And Jesus Christ, they go to town about how that whole
he shot a person, right? Like trap shooting.
And boom, in the face. And then the dude apologized to him for getting shot.
Oh, I thought that person died. Oh wow.
No, he didn't die. No, he apologized promptly. But in the movie, and guess where the saying "Make America Great" comes from? It doesn't come from Trump. Reagan said it.
Or make America great again?
Yeah, Reagan is the first MAGA. But the movie documents how Dick Cheney, through his corporate intrigue and Halliburton, how he really ran the country, and George Bush Jr. he's a figurehead, man. I mean, they make fun of it,
I just hit up your girl Mercury to see if her camera's ready. She didn't hit me back. Oh, she said yes. Okay. Listen, I'm gonna bring up Mercury because I had a conversation with me.
I would love to get back from some.
You bring it up, or you want me to bring it up? You bring it up.
I'll bring her up right now. I'll bring her up. This is Mercury, the personality, everybody.
Hello.
She got her own show, matter of fact. What's up, Mercury?
Hi,
Look
Jamar.
Hey, how you doing?
Hi, Sandwich. How you doing?
She just called you Sandwich. Big
I put it in there. I put it in there as a joke when I was testing the room. I forgot the eraser. My name is Rage. Pleasure to make your acquaintance, Big Sandwich.
Nah, that's Rage, Big Sandwich. We might be calling him Big Sandwich from now on. You did it to yourself. You did it to yourself.
Yeah, I like it. I like it.
You're very nice. What you coming from? Court or some shit right now? You look like
no court. No court.
Like you might have did a real estate deal or something. You just look very professional right now.
Yeah, I try to keep it that way.
That's what's up.
Taking care of a couple of things, making sure things go well for the show. And of course, when I saw you going live, I was like, oh, I look decent. I might as well come on in.
That's right. That's right.
But it's awesome to see you. Congratulations on the show, making a year, and Happy New Year and all that good stuff.
Same to you. Same to you. I've known Mercury for years. She was a little girl back in Brooklyn, rhyming and hanging. Oh shit! Hang on, my battery. I gotta plug my computer in. But real quick,
I got
out with all the Brooklyn MC thugs, and she coming through 560 State Street and all of that, and making demos with some of the legendary people and shit like that. So Mercury done paid her due. Now you got your own little your own show, right? That you do on what's it on YouTube?
Yeah.
What's the name?
No, actually it's on Brick. It's on Brick TV. It comes on public access cable every second and fourth Tuesday of the month. So it comes on at 2 p.m. It also streams online as well for the people that don't have the channels, 1996, 69, 84, 44, you know, in New York City, Brooklyn. So if they don't have those channels, if they're in other cities, other countries, they watch it online. And, you know, it's a good experience. I'm growing, I'm learning. That's why you're seeing me professional.
I love it. I love it. Well, listen, I need you to do me a favor real quick, right? I need you to hold me down while I go get my plug to plug in. So I'm gonna go off. I want y'all to just talk real quick. I'll bring up a subject or whatever, and I'll be right back.
Okay. Thank you. And, thank you, Jamar. So we've been talking about the R. Kelly situation.
I was just gonna say I'm actually
the
curious.
Industry and all of that stuff. Well, I feel like if I can interject, I feel like the industry hypersexualizes children, you know. So when Beyonce came out, she was about 14. When Chris Brown came out, he was about 14. When Tina Marie, like, you know, we could just keep naming, you know, so many artist names that came out when they were young and they were bumping and grinding and they were singing songs that were sexual and in nature, and adults were listening to them. And what were these adults doing? You know, what were you thinking, you know, when you're like looking at these pictures of these young children looking, you know, sexual? So it's just very weird and strange that we go away from the pedophilia. I was talking about it earlier. I was saying, if anyone is looking at someone from the ages of birth to 19 and you're like 25 to 80, damn near dead, and you're looking at them in a sexual manner, or you're having sexual relations with this age group, then it's like it's perverted. And if you want to go all around that, then I find that strange in and of itself. That's just my personal opinion.
You just made me think of something just now when you're talking about songs and all that.
I'm sorry, guys. I had actually lost connection, so I missed a big chunk of what you were saying. But
what happened?
I know I followed you all the way up until
I'm freezing because everything
was frozen.
My whole thing had went down for a couple of minutes just now. But I if I'm not mistaken, I think you were saying
that you can go ahead and speak. Somebody speak.
Let me say what I was going to say about
hypersexualizing children. Like that in itself is crazy.
Right. But now let me talk about songs, because she talked about there was songs and stuff about underage. All of a sudden, my mind went to Rick James. She was 17. She was sexy. What the fuck is that all about?
Yes. Or KRS-One. 13 and Ready.
13 and Good. But he was. Yeah, it's called 13 and Good. But he wasn't advocating it. He was describing a scenario.
Oh, okay. It sounds like it's a
scenario. Somebody. Yeah, you got to listen to it closely. He was actually, because on that same album he had another song about.
I listened to it closely and I watched the video. I didn't think that he was describing the situation, but okay, I'm gonna go there. I'm gonna take that.
You getting controversy? You just trying to cause controversy. Soon as you get on
it's par for the course. But can I ask you a question though? Can I ask you a controversial question? Okay, so here's my question, right? Obviously, the scenario just described was more along the lines of a differential in age in terms of somebody, 19 versus somebody 25 or whatever. What do you think, using your moral standards, is the legal age for consulting? When do you think two young people the same age are ready to engage in adult action?
When your frontal lobes are developed, definitely, like, that should be.
Your frontal lobes aren't fully developed till you're in your 20s, maybe your mid-20s,
right.
so you can't go by that.
Exactly. Like 25 and better. I feel like that's when you are able to understand.
So that's the age that people start having sex, at 25? That's what you're saying?
Listen.
I'm asking you a question. Do you think that you should wait for your frontal lobes to be fully developed before you have sex? That's what you're saying.
Based on my experiences, yes, I think that, I was much wiser by 25. I feel like I was much more stable in my emotional processes. When things happen, I feel like, I'm not saying that I was all the way there, but I feel like I was more mature. I understood things better, as opposed to when I was younger. So I totally think that when you're more capable of understanding relationships and the emotional attachment to them, to individuals, and when you're making certain intimate decisions, I feel like you really do need to be stable, in your heart and in your mind, and knowing what you really want, because at these ages of 14, 15, you don't really know what you want. Like, you might say, oh, I want to be a dentist, oh, I want to be a vet, oh, I want to get famous, I want to sing, I want to rap, I want to dance, I want to act. Like, you can like know those kind of things, and you could be like, oh, I want to have a baby, I want a husband, or I want a wife, and I want a car, I want a house. You could say, but the avenues and what you have to give up, or what you have to sacrifice, or what you have to do, and and maintain, and all of that stuff, you don't know that stuff. Like, you're just like dreaming, basically.
So Mercury, you can hear me?
Yes.
See, here's what I'm hearing. Like, and I'm in agreement with everything you're saying.
And first of all, I don't want to stay on this subject too much longer, because I feel like we're going backwards. I don't even want to really talk of this. Is like R. Kelly shit all over again. I don't want to keep staying here. Let's wrap this up right here.
Right. Okay. Let's get the wrap it up box.
I was just saying, everything you just said had like social constrictions. Like, what's a baby?
Yes.
What's a child? What's a husband? You see what I'm saying? All these are social paradigms. You know what I mean? Because at a certain point, the society has to have the guide points to decide when these different levels are achieved. So it's ongoing discussions based on social paradigms. Yeah, that's it.
Listen, we're about to bring another guest up, Mercury. I thank you for coming on.
Nice meeting you.
Yes.
Nice meeting you, Digga. Bye.
Wait. Shout out your show once again and tell them where to find it.
Oh, The Break Room. Excuse me. I'm sorry. I was ready to like cough. Like, oh, I'm leaving. Okay, good. But, right. Well, to make it really simple, you can follow me on Instagram, Mercury, MERCUREEHG. So just follow me there, and then you can find out everything about The Break Room and when it comes on, and who's the next guest and all of that great stuff.
That's what's up.
Peace.
Yo, peace, Mercury.
Yes. Peace, and thank you so much.
No doubt.
Hang on. Well, okay, before we move away from this topic,
the brother K. Sarah.
I would love to hear from a brother.
Digga, what's goody? Let me see if I can help you out here.
You cut Digga off, huh?
Yeah, she was in limbo. I'm gonna try to bring her back on. K. Sarah, peace. You live.
What will be will be.
Peace.
This is peace, Lord. What
Diggy's back.
will be. We here.
Back in effect.
Yes,
All right.
Listen, man. Let me talk about this R. Kelly thing, and then we can chime in on any topic you want.
No, I actually wanted to hear a male opinion before we moved away from the topic. So good. I'm glad.
Let me do the knowledge. Let me do the knowledge on this real quick.
Bill,
okay.
Now look, R. Kelly, right? He was raped by his sister when she was 15.
Definitely.
So every time he sees a woman, he sees a 15-year-old. You understand? He's been fucked up. So he has to have mental counseling. And not only that, he's a symbol of this nation, how we've been molested. I've been molested. My wife been molested. We've been molested. And we need to confront this. And this is the only reason why God is allowing us to see this now. Because it needs to be addressed. R. Kelly is a symbol to us all. We need to, like we all said, where was we at? Well, we had to grow up as a nation. We were young, man. Now, as a nation, we're growing up. Hip-hop is 44, 45 years old, okay? And we have been the leaders of this world. So let's all grow up and let's address this molestation thing, because they've been doing it since the fall of the Anunnaki. They've been molesting us. So we've been oppressed since the beginning. Okay, so I just want to say in all truth about this R. Kelly thing, it's just a sign to us to wake up. All right, R. Kelly, he only sees a 15-year-old girl when he sees one, because he was fucked up as a child. So let's take that into consideration, and let's say your music, I don't want to hear that shit right now. Let's talk about that. How your music, I don't want to hear it, because now I'm thinking about your mental problem. So now let's, as adults, bring it to a forum. God said that let's all get into a position where we can all speak like this. You know, call all your smartest people. Call your governors. Call your scholars. Call your priests, whoever to proclaim to be the one. Let's pull them together. And let's talk about these topics. And let's be real, because the truth will set us free. So the ending of this story about R. Kelly is this. We all are at fault, because we all watched it. We didn't make a big fuss about it. All right. We should have. Yeah. So now we are, just like we all used to like Donald Trump. Remember when he was holding up Mike Tyson's hand? Nobody had a problem with Trump then. It was in our raps. Right. Guess who's the... So all I'm saying is, pause, we grew up as a nation. So now we're in our 45-year-old mentality, you know, and we getting it, brothers and sisters. And my name is K. Sarah. Lord Jamar is my brother. I've known him since before he came on earth. Now, we'll talk about that stuff later. And Rod Digga, I love you. You a Sag. I was born December the 6th. And you know, me and Rage, the fact checker. We got a lot of work. We got a lot of work for this season coming up. And I'm a minister because, listen, I want to say this real quick, y'all. I'm a minister because what school did Christ go to get his degrees? I didn't go to no seminary, some old wrinkled up cracker telling me where my knowledge needs to be. Okay, I come to tell the truth, and I'm not standing down. So yeah, R. Kelly, God bless you. You're my brother, and we only know that they're tearing you down because they're tearing us down. So while they got the spotlight on you, yeah, we the kings of the earth. So yeah, you're going to catch this. You're going to catch this. We the gods of the earth. So R. Kelly, you're going to catch this. So as an example to our people, you have to be an example in your goodness and your badness. So we see you and we pray for you.
I see you used to doing this, my brother, because that motherfucking microphone you got on is crispy as a motherfucker. Like, your audio sounds clear as a motherfucker right now. You must
be worried about it. Let me calm down. Well, let me fall back. I can calm down.
All right, brother. Thanks a lot. I loved everything you said up to the point. You brought some Sagittarius.
I be seeing your messages. I've been meaning to get with you, brother. I see you. That's why we brought you up, bro. I appreciate you.
In time, brother. And I'm very patient. Absolutely. In time. God bless. All right, peace. God. All right, Lord. Peace.
Peace.
Oh man, I'm enjoying this. You see what I'm saying? Like blessings come about in so many ways that you can't anticipate sometimes. Like, you see, one door closes so that you can walk through another door. And you know what I mean? These are the doors that you're meant to go through. You know what I mean? This whole dynamic that we're doing right here, I like this right here. I think we need to be checking.
We can rock like this for another week or two.
Yeah, are we gonna get a spot? Rage, check up on all my people. What up, all my people on YouTube chat? That shit moving over there.
I kind of like the champion sweatpants with the mismatched flip flops going on right now.
And all you have to do is get up and go in the other room, right? And turn on a light. Why not? We still got a 3-camera dynamic going on. Come on.
Yes, and YouTube is bumping. Shout out to Ant Learn, DJ Plush, Love Brown, Will Maddock, Anthony Dorsey, Matthews Feliciano, Crip Hop, David Alex NBA. Think about it. Yeah, looking good in YouTube, man. Yes, indeed. And don't worry, once this is done, we're going to edit up real nice. And when we put it out, it's going to have the same flavor and professionalism y'all are used to.
I don't know. Well, we'll see. We might. Yeah, well, maybe we will edit it. We'll see. Okay. We'll see. Yeah, we're gonna get it right. But I'm definitely feeling this right here. You got anything else you want to build on, or I mean, shit, we've been rocking for a little minute now.
So yeah.
Ready? Digga.
So yeah.
Oh, you know what I want to talk about real quick? Let's get into some hip hop shit real quick.
Okay.
Let's get into some hip hop shit real quick.
Let's go.
How many of y'all motherfuckers listen to the year-end wrap-up by Uncle Murda and the year-end wrap-up by Mad Skills? And whose wrap-up do you think is better? Have y'all heard them, first of all? Digga?
I can't tell a lie. I have not heard Skills as yet, but I did hear Uncle Murders because I'm in Jersey and they're playing it on New York radio.
I don't think Faith and Stevie J look good together.
What?
Yo, that nigga, I'm sorry. Like, people, some nigga hit me up on Twitter like, yo, how you gonna go with a nigga that's bite bitch shit? Like, Mad Skills, yes, was the first one to really, that I can recall, doing the year-end wrap-up, right? But it's not always who does it first. It's who does it best. And I'm sorry, but consistently since Uncle Murda has been doing his year-end wrap-ups, they've been consistently, for me, better. I enjoy them better. They're more entertaining. You know what I mean? Like, it's some shit that a motherfucker like me can relate to, and it is what it is. You know what I mean? I don't feel like he's biting. He's just doing some Brooklyn shit. He's like, fuck that. Give me that. I can do it better. You know what I mean?
Uncle Murda brings more of a ignorant dynamic to it. That's like, ooh, like his is a little more cringeworthy. Like, ooh, did he just say that?
Right.
So
like
I can appreciate Uncle Murda for that.
Like, yeah, it's almost like a PG movie and an R. You know what I mean? Like, you like the rated R movie. Like, you don't want no, the PG, you're not going to get the full. You might get a good movie as PG, you understand what I'm saying? But rated R, they're going to go more in depth. And so that's kind of how I would compare it. But, I'd be interested if the people, let me look on YouTube. YouTube, whose was better? Mad Skills or Uncle Murder? Did y'all listen to it? Let me see what they saying.
Let me see. Skills. Uncle Murder got bars. That's what Frick TV, Frick Fashion said. Skills was safe. Uncle Murder versus
Am I talking too loud?
No. They saying murder. Right now they saying murder. Flatbush in the house, murder. Flatbush took over the building. What up, Clarkson Ave, Church Ave? Let's get it. Nostrand.
Murdered it.
You know what it is? Uncle Murder, Uncle Murder, Uncle Murder.
Uncle Murder. Uncle
Murder. Murder, period.
Yeah, murder for sure.
Skills is washed. Ow. Damn.
Somebody said Migos versus Bone Old Rap. That was some shit right there, right?
Murder killed it. Damn. Yeah. There it is.
I don't know.
Murder for the win.
Well, we're not going to say Skills is washed. We're not going to say Skills is washed.
No, I didn't say he's washed.
No, I thought you read somebody's comment that said that.
Oh, no. I don't think Skills is washed. I just enjoy Uncle Murder's year-end wrap-up better. I still think Mad Skills
I know you didn't say that. I thought that was a comment that you read.
He's a dope rapper that people should listen to, and that's all I have to say about that.
Yes, indeed.
Interesting. You heard all the shit? We got the dogs back in the motherfucking house. Look, I got a tail.
Anubis.
See, now we starting to unravel. I'm over here trying to slide off camera and snack and shit. We got the dogs.
All right.
I got two things I want to mention before we wrap up, though, too. Go ahead, Jay.
I was gonna say, so I just saw in the comments somebody said Migos. You saw that whole Migos and Bone Thug shit, right?
Mm-hmm.
Where they was going about who's the greatest. First of all, I don't think neither one of them, to me, would be the greatest group of all time. Because for me, again, it's not about record sales and all of that. Like, for me, let's take this from a forensic approach. For me, the greatest hip hop group of all time might have to be Run DMC.
Rock the bell.
Yeah, come on. The group, Run DMC, hands down.
They're the first ones to take this shit to the level
Absolutely.
Look at Digga. She on her food shit. She over there chewing. They the ones that take this shit to the level of to where I had always imagined hip hop was already. They took it to the arenas and all of that.
You know, I gotta touch on this too.
Or Bone Thugs. They're the template for a big super group.
Oh my God. Can I
hang on? Let me just finish. Because they're the template for. Make no mistake about it. NWA wanted to be Run DMC, but just like a West Coast version. You know what I mean? And more gang banging type of shit. So to me in hip hop, Run DMC is just the template of what the greatest hip hop group would look like. And for me, that they didn't sell more than everybody else. You understand? At the time they did, but when it comes to now, they didn't fucking sell more than Bone or they didn't sell more than Migos. But for me, sales doesn't equate to how good you are. You know what I mean? That's just commerce and how well you did for, these companies. But as far as hip hop and its true, meaning, and its true effect on our culture as Black people, Run DMC is it. Now y'all can chime in from there as I light my L.
Run DMC, the importance of Run DMC on so many levels. All right. Remember, Jay, before Run DMC came out, people were rapping, but they were trying to imitate more contemporary pop artists and dressing like Michael Jackson, from the Village People, all that. And that's your boy Flash, Furious 5, and all that. Oh, not. Run DMC was the first one. It's like, this is how we dress for real, right?
But not just that. They brought that drug dealer swag into the game.
You are thoroughly correct, forensically speaking. Correct.
That was Queen's drug dealer swag. The suits with the AD shell toes, them fucking hats and the rope chains. That was motherfucking Queen's drug dealer.
All day. But on top of that, again, do you remember what really like shocked the radio was Sucker MCs, which had no other instruments or percussion, which is the first template to just rhyme to the beat. Then on top of that, the bar structure and flow, and they were bringing in like routines, like from the Cold Crush Fantastic Five. They brought the whole DNA package to a commercial stage. You know what I'm saying?
And Sucker
rest in peace.
Sucker MCs didn't have a hook.
Shut up, didn't.
That was just a rhyme straight through song.
Right through. And again,
I love the story that Russell told about how he came up with the concept of Adidas.
You said what?
Yeah, with the Adidas.
I said I love the story that Russell told of how he came up with the concept for my Adidas.
Okay.
He said he was high on dust. He said he was high on dust and he was just stuck and he just kept saying my Adidas. Adidas. He said he just had some brand new Adidas. He was high as hell on dust and he was just stuck saying my Adidas over and over again.
But at the time, smoking dust was hip hop. You see what I'm saying? For certain people,
I remember
smoking dust was hip hop. Like we used,
I remember.
Can't front. We used to fuck around back in the days.
Rest in peace, Jam Master Jay. You know we toured with them, Jay. Rest in peace. We had the pleasure of touring Run DMC.
Extensive. We've done legendary shows with Run DMC, and I feel honored to even, you know what I mean? Fuck with those dudes. Like, the shit was crazy.
Absolutely. Yeah. Oh, another interesting tidbit that I want to touch on too. You remember, the whole 808 explosion, particularly when drop as a form of hip hop became popular in the South, like with DJ Magic Mike, also DJ Toomp, who was MC Shy D's DJ, who's today considered the father of trap music. They were the ones that were starting to oscillate the 808, and they created that drop sound. And eventually, Tribe Called Quest got known for making the album The Low End Theory. The first example of 808 as a drop was Run DMC, Tougher Than Leather. Remember that?
And I say, party people, your dreams have now been fulfilled. Get out your seat and let's get ill. That's right, y'all.
That's right, y'all.
Mostly rough. And when it comes to rap, we got enough. It's like a that, y'all. Oh, my God, that was my shit.
I got a question for you guys.
What's up?
Let's go.
What's whose album or what album are you looking forward to dropping in 2019? I would be curious to see some of the I can't see any of our viewers' comments, but I would be curious to just get like a answer from everybody in the room.
I can tell you.
Quick.
Oh, somebody mentioned Tila Rock. We got some smart people here. That's right, Tila Rock. It's yours. 808.
Yeah.
Oh, somebody said flip mode, Digga. Somebody said flip mode,
hey,
Digga.
That's fine. It's coming too. It's coming.
Rick Ross. Yeah.
I was gonna say family first. So I was gonna say I'm looking forward to Flip Mode album coming.
Flip Mode.
I'm looking forward to Aaron Cook's album coming.
Zelda, Mobb Deep. Yes, sir.
Yeah. Shit, I just got off the phone with Rock earlier. He's definitely coming again. He said he about in. He want to be about 15 in before he go on the road. Shout out Rock Marcy. Yeah. So I'm looking forward to family first,
Yes, sir. Yes, sir. Yeah. Yeah. So yeah, that was an interesting tidbit with the 808 of Run DMC. Yeah. All right, something I want to mention, Jay. I want to touch on the Kanye thing on Joe Rogan.
Did he go on there yet?
No. But I'm just amped, and just the fact that it's got booked, I think we deserves 3 minutes of touch. In terms of,
out.
Yeah, I don't know if he's gonna back up. I'll put it like this: I think it's gonna be one of the most important debates in the last decade. more important than a presidential debate, just in terms of like the weight that Kanye has on the culture. And no one has really held his
solo album. Yeah, I might have to do that for y'all. I might have to give y'all one. Go ahead.
Yeah. I don't think that Kanye has been interviewed as yet, particularly because Joe Rogan is like a real godfather of the podcast format. And in the podcast format, you could do more lengthy, detailed interviews. People are just used to getting these little factoids and these little drops and argument points. But to sit down 3 hours with somebody like a Joe Rogan, Kanye is going to have to explain himself in ways that he's never been, never had his feet drugged to the fire. So I'm really looking forward to that interview.
Well, listen, man, I think we done came to the end of this one right here. I like what we did right here. This is nice.
Control with his green cup. Shout outs to you, bro.
Okay. Shout out to everybody that came into the actual shindig room. Hanty Hetty Neferu. She been here since the very beginning.
I see her. She got her thermos popping. Yeah, shouts out to everybody with
the personality. Minister K. Sarah, Kentrell Williams, everybody over on YouTube Live. I see y'all. Damn, them shits go fast over there. Hang on. Sig Sauer, Risen Haki, Molo Vision, motherfucking PDGA.
Oh, Latoya Logan hit me up on my message. We back, Latoya. Thank you for being concerned. She said she was worried. Oh.
Well, yo, we back, y'all.
Shout out my mom, Duke. She in the background.
Dukes.
We're gonna figure out how often we do these. Are we gonna do it once a week like this until we get on? I don't know. Maybe we can do it more. I don't know. I'm gonna figure it out. But we appreciate y'all riding with us, whatever configuration that we come in. The place we rock at really don't matter. It's you know what I mean? It's the content that we giving you, and it's the people that's giving it to you. You know what I mean? Yeah. So that being said, my man Fact Check and Rage, I'm Lord Jamar.
I'm Digga.
Hey!